Hello, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody's doing well. I have a devotional I want to read to you. This one is entitled Our Way or God's Way. I'll be reading from my Bible, Exodus chapter 2, verses 11 through 25. I gotta take my glasses off. Yeah. Years later, after Moses had grown up, he went out to his own people and observed their forced labor. He saw an Egyptian striking a Hebrew, one of his people. Looking round and seeing no one, he struck the Egyptian dead and hid him in the sand. The next day he went out and saw two Hebrews fighting. He asked the one in the wrong, Why are you attacking your neighbor? Who made you a commander and judge over us? The man replied. Are you planning to kill me as you killed the Egyptian? Then Moses became afraid and thought, what I did is certainly known. When Pharaoh heard about this, he tried to kill Moses, but Moses fled from Pharaoh and went to live in the land of Midian and sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters. They came to draw water and filled the troughs to water their father's flock. Then some shepherds arrived and drove them away, but Moses came to their rescue and watered their flock. When they returned to their father, Reuel, he asked, Why have you come back so quickly today? They answered, An Egyptian rescued us from the shepherds. He even drew water for us and watered the flock. So where is he? He asked his daughters. Why then did you leave the man behind? Invite him to eat dinner. Moses agreed to stay with the man, and he gave his daughter Zipporah to Moses in marriage. She gave birth to a son whom he named Gershom, for he said, I have been a resident alien in a foreign land. After a long time, the king of Egypt died. The Israelites groaned because of their difficult labor, and they cried out, and their cry for help because of the difficult labor ascended to God. And God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham and Isaac and with Jacob. And God saw the Israelites, and God knew. Alright, that's the Bible reading. Now the devotional. Whenever challenges arise, there are 2 ways to respond, God's way or our way. In today's passage, we see what happened when Moses took matters into his own hands. Although his motives were pure, namely, the relief of his people's suffering, his method was wrong. Moses focused on the difficulty instead of the Lord. How often have you and I done the very same thing? If the unfairness or pain of the situation grabs our attention, we can lose sight of our all-powerful God. Moses relied on his own strength and understanding. When a problem confronts us, the most natural response is to do whatever we can to make it right. Our way may seem logical at the time, but it won't accomplish God's purposes. Moses acted impulsively instead of waiting on the Lord. If a situation seems urgent, fixing the problem as fast as possible easily becomes our top priority. At some point, we've acted similarly and suffered the consequences of self-reliance. But God didn't reject Moses or cancel his plans for the man. Instead, the Lord refined his character through trials and gave him another chance. Don't you think our loving Father will do the same for us? Ooh, yes, amen. All right, hope you enjoyed the reading. Hope you got something from it. And until I read to you again, God bless you all. Goodbye.